I mean, 2 weeks. I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote?
I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump.
I voted for Trump, and I regret it now.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
I voted for Donald Trump, and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
So deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I regret voting for Trump.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I was with Trump for 9 straight years. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Trump right now.
People were warned. They were begged not to do this thing, and right now they've done it, and they are now coming out to pour out their regrets. So guys, welcome to today's video. If you are new to this space, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, leave your thoughts in the comment section. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at various reactions of MAGA supporters coming out to pour out their regrets for the decision they made in the last election. So without wasting much of your time, let's dive right into the video.
I never thought in a million years that I would actually regret voting for Donald Trump. Listen to this, you guys. My job has been frozen. Okay, I was one of the top researchers in my department. And, you know, I never thought the day would come when an unelected person like Musk would start digging into where everyone's tax dollars are going. I thought my job was safe. Okay, now because of Donald Trump and Elon Musk, how are we ever going to find out if cats really hate dogs and dogs really hate cats? I mean, we were making groundbreaking work, okay? And we were on the cusp of discovering that felines and canines really do, at their core, hate each other. And now it's gone. It's all gone. I cannot believe I voted for this.
I regret my vote. I never in a million years thought I'd say that. I voted for Trump, and now in the first few weeks of his presidency, thousands and thousands of people are losing their jobs. So I was the administrator over location discrepancy. So over the last 4 years, we've been studying just exactly where BFE was. And while we were still locating, you know, many locations from years past, we were looking at another 12 years of funding to exactly pinpoint the location of BFE. You know, BFE's just still a mystery. It's very important. But now it's gone. I can't believe it's gone. That's important. So all this research we put into finding BFE's location is just down the drain, and I'm mad. Y'all ought to be mad. Because the next time somebody tells you they were in BFE, you'll never know where it was. They won't even remember where it was. BFE. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Americans across the board, including Trump supporters, are starting to lose faith in Donald Trump and his handling of the economy. For example, Paul Bisson, a 58-year-old in San Antonio, Texas, who writes proposals for a flight safety company and co-owns a dog daycare and voted for Donald Trump, said, quote, "I don't like the turbulence. I don't like the chaos in the market. His policies have led to that chaos." And when he was asked specifically about Donald Trump's tariffs, he said, quote, "That will make the economy worse. And that's not what we signed up for. We've already cut back. There's no more cutting back to do." Another man who said he voted for Donald Trump told the Wall Street Journal that he's on board with his economic agenda, but said that he was a little nervous about the tariffs. And you're actually seeing this in data as well. Consumer sentiment fell about 5% in the University of Michigan's preliminary February survey of consumers to its lowest reading since July 2024. Expectations of inflation in the year ahead also jumped from 3.3% in January to 4.3%. That article's from the Wall Street Journal, and it goes to show you that even people who voted for Donald Trump and thought he was going to bring economic prosperity are now saying, like, yeah, this guy has absolutely no idea what he's doing. But unfortunately, I expect this to continue. Donald Trump's going to continue to hurt the economy and things are going to get worse. If TikTok ever gets banned, my Instagram, my YouTube, and my Substack are linked in my bio. That's where I'm going to be.
Y'all so crazy. So last night, I was scrolling TikTok before I went to bed and my algorithm did this switch and all of a sudden I started getting all the, "I regret my vote." Like there's literally a whole thing now, like a tag, "I regret my vote," of millions of people. I don't know about millions, but there was, I kept going. I was like, I gotta go to bed. You know what I mean? And then the other day, I was just laughing through the whole thing. But then the other day, I was talking to one of my really good friends. He's my coworker, but I've known him since I started. And him and his girlfriend are thinking about leaving the United States because of this shit. And he said his brother was a MAGA and literally reached out to him like last week and was like, "Yeah, I'm so sorry. I regret my vote. Can we fix our relationship?" And he was like, "You, absolutely not." He was like, "I told you the entire fucking time, and now look at what the dealing with." Like, he doesn't want to raise his kids here anymore. So he's like, "I'm not going to have Christianity shoved down my fucking kids' throats in the schools and shit." Like, what? No. So, yeah. So anyway, like, it is happening where these people regret their votes. Like, it is happening. And then what's happening too is you stop being mad that you voted for that and be a little more humble, because we don't give a over here. We knew it and we told you, and we're not going to be sorry when we cut you of our lives. So with that being said, go and look at the "I regret my votes." Get yourself a giggle today.
One interesting thing I've realized with this whole MAGA thing is the fact that they felt voting for TP was not going to affect them. But at the end of the day, it's so interesting and it's so sad for them to also see that they are being affected by a lot of policies that are being set by his administration. And you see people are losing their jobs. Like a lot of federal workers, they've lost their jobs. And because they have lost their jobs, they cannot afford to pay the mortgages they were paying before. So what they are now doing is that they are putting up their houses for sales. So if you go to Washington DC now, you will see that there's a high level of housing in the markets that are for sale right now, and most of them are from these federal workers that have lost their jobs. So it's so interesting to see that this whole thing is just backfiring at these guys.
You know, there's a saying that goes, "Do not cut off your nose to spite your face." And I think what's going on right now with all of the people who are, "I regret voting for la 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 la," is that they cut off their noses expecting things to go their way before they bled out. And now that they're bleeding out, they want people to feel sorry for them. And I really don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel empathy or sympathy for them. You get what you get, because sorry does not help when the damage is done. And let me introduce you to another saying: "You made your bed, now lay in it."
I keep seeing videos of people saying like how they regret their vote, and if they could go back, they would change their vote, or they wouldn't vote, or blah, 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 right? Y'all don't regret your vote. You regret that those hateful things that you wished upon other people are now affecting you when you didn't know they would. So I don't feel bad for you. You're getting exactly what's coming for you, and I hope you enjoy these next 4 years.
I've been seeing some videos lately of people saying that they regret their vote for Donald Trump. But be aware, some of them are jokes. Some of them, if you watch the whole thing, it's just clickbait to get you to watch. And they're just saying, things like, Donald Trump was at the Super Bowl. Doesn't he realize that we shouldn't have to go to work the next day, that it should be a holiday? I regret voting for him now. So it's just like rage bait, clickbait, just to get you to watch. But there are people who are realizing that the policies that he's trying to put into place are going to harm them or ones that they love, whether they didn't realize this before or where they didn't really think that he was serious, that he was going to do the things that he said he was going to do on the campaign trail. So to those people who are regretting it, my question is, what are you doing now? Like, I'm not going to be one that's like, too late, you got to deal with it, because you don't have to deal with it. This is the moment where you get to contact your senators and your House of Representatives, and you get to say, hey, I don't like this policy. And you need to be paying attention to what's going on in your own state. Here in my state of Utah, there are a lot of things going on in our state legislature in this session that we've been contacting our local representatives and letting them know that we don't agree with this. Are you talking to your family members? The vote's already been done, but there's still stuff that you can do now. You can be contacting them, you can be aware, and you can be talking about it. There's an app called 5Calls that I suggest everybody to go download. It just kind of lets you know what is going on. It's very easy to click. You can make phone calls straight from there to your representatives. That's what we should all be doing right now. If you see something that you don't like, contact your legislatures, contact the people who are representing you, and let them know. We can't change the vote that has already happened, but we can still do things moving forward.
So guys, that's what we have to deal with in this next 4 years, and the regrets are going to keep pouring in, if not today, tomorrow, if not this year, next year, because a lot of these policies that are being set, of course, is not favoring them. And when it doesn't favor them, all they'll have to do is to come out and cry out. And also, you can imagine relationships being broken. I remember during the holiday season, a lot of relationships were broken because family members were uninviting their family members and friends from the holiday season. And also, people are also traveling out of the country. They are like, they cannot stay in the country for the period of time this man is going to be in office. They do not feel safe. So the best thing for them to do is to relocate to other countries where they feel it's going to be okay for them for this period of 4 years. And now we do not even know who the president is, because Elon seems to have so much power that people are even calling him the president. Why this person that's supposed to be the president is being called the vice president? So guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. If you've watched up to this point, then it means you found this video interesting. Kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, and leave your honest thoughts in the comment section, and we are going to see you in the next one. Bye bye.